I started having dreams about my father doing sexual things to me, and I thought that it was completely disgusting. And I thought it was my fault. I thought I was a twisted, sick individual. I started working with a woman who had helped other women from different forms of abuse. About 5 or 6 years ago, my dad told me that when I was 2 weeks old, in the bathtub with him, he took me and put me up and down on his. There was a witness to the bathtub incident, and that witness was my mom.
I felt disbelief and denial.
My dad has admitted to molesting me only one time, and it happened more than one time. I can't. I lived in constant fear that he was going to kill me. I remember playing on the bathroom floor, and he was in the shower. I remember darkness. I remember thinking he was the devil. When I started going through what had happened in my childhood, a lot of stuff came up, and I did think something happened that didn't. I thought that my father got me pregnant, and I had mentioned this to my mother. I wish I would have worked it out more before saying it, because it's really caused people to think that I'm lying. I'm not lying, I'm not. As soon as I realized that did not take place, I admitted it. I said that it did not happen, but that I stand by the fact that he did molest me. It caused my mom to question whether what I was saying was true or not, but it also gave my dad ammunition to use against me and use it as his defense, that I'm a crazy lunatic. My dad was also physically abusive. When I was 14 years old, he proceeded to throw me down 2 flights of stairs, drag me into my room, throw me on the bed, and grabbed those big, thick orange extension cords, and he beat me with it for about 2.5 weeks. I had to wear sweatpants because the welts were sticking out from my legs. I haven't allowed Parker to spend one-on-one time with my dad. Parker had sleepovers at my mom and dad's house from the time he was a baby until he was 6 years old.
Parker.
They used to put a mattress in the living room and have my dad and Parker sleep together like they were camping out. My dad has never admitted to molesting Parker. I want DrPhil to help me finally get the whole truth from my dad.
Well, Sherry Lynn's father, Al, admits to one incident of touching his daughter inappropriately when she was just 2 weeks old. Now, her mother, Elaine, says, yeah, that did happen because I saw it. Take a look.
When Sherry Lynn was little, I remember holding her hand. She says, "Oh, Dad, I'll always love you." 15 years later, Sherry Lynn said that I had molested her, got her pregnant, taken her to see a witch doctor, had an abortion, and nobody knew a thing about it. That's a total lie. Sherry Lynn didn't make up these lies on her own. I believe that she was hypnotized. She went to the guy that casts out demons. This horror story came up, and she believed it. I never touched her at all. When she was a baby, I did touch it just for a second, and oh boy. And my wife was there, and it was so innocent. It wasn't that I was worked up or anything for her, and that's the only time.
It was before he put her down that I saw he had a.
I said to a friend one time, one thing I'll never give Sherry, I'll never give her the opportunity to say that I molested her. I'm very careful that way. Parker's my grandson, and I love him lots. We looked after him when he was 2 years old, and I couldn't wait to get home just to hold him.
We looked after him for about 1.5 years while Sherry Lynn was trying to pull together her life.
Parker was easy to handle when I had him alone. He said, "Grandpa, could you be my dad?" I said, "I'd sure like to be."
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.